Yeah, people, big up yourself, man. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope that you're hearing me now. Tell me if you're hearing me now. Just let me know if you're hearing me now. Let me know if you're hearing me now, people. So basically, what we want to discuss is the whole interview with Hallgrimsson, and several things came out of that interview. Several little nuggets came out of that interview. Yeah, and we just want to share one of the takeaways from the interview. He was asked a question about the local players based on the games that he would have watched. Um, what are some of the things that he observed about the league, the quality of the the local players, and he he made mention that the players are talented, the players are what you'd call exciting, and he basically say they are good, and there's good and bad in the on the look of things where the league is concerned. He made mention of the players are strong, and he also said that some of the games were good, some weren't good. Um, he said it's not good for him though to give a true assessment with just watching 4 games, but that's based on what he saw. Yeah. He bemoans the technical ability of the players. They are not, according to him, that technical. And it goes to show that a lot of the things that we have been talking about, and people think that we're bashing players and we're bashing the league and we're bashing this and we're bashing that. It's just a reflection of what the coach has said now. And nobody chastising, nobody saying anything, because they know that what we're saying is it was actually truth. The league needs to improve. I mean, but it's a good look. What we know is that with these, he sees good and bad in anything in life. There's always good and bad, and the league needs to be improved, and we have been saying that. So it's not like we're bashing the league. It's just that the reality of the situation. So now, as it stands, the players are going to be encountering some sort of high quality training, some of the players, and they basically gonna be going through the rigors of high quality training, get a feel of the whole national system. And like we were saying last evening with this, the league will improve, players will improve. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's not any magic wand that is gonna be waved. Adaptation will have to take place from the players. So essentially, they'll have to take in a lot of stuff from what the coach, and it's how they, if their kinetic intelligence, if their kinetic intelligence is there, then it would be a good thing, because they will learn and adapt real quick. So yeah, it is going to be an improvement on some of the players. Will it improve the league? It could. While players could improve, when players improve, the league improve. But as somebody said, Not all the players will be getting. Will it happen? Will this attract more? Will Hallgrimsson's times in the league, because basically, people them like what the coach is doing in terms of getting a local base set up, preparing them just in case. You know what I mean? So let me check out the comment section and see what's happening. It seems to be getting active. RR, big up yourself, big deal. That the man actually say. Craig Butler did say. Cataract, big up yourself. Marcus Mosiah, big up yourself. Jason, big up yourself. Wade, big up yourself. Wade said, not surprised it's not just the players, but coaches and development around the players for under 12. Yes. The dentist talk up the things, not pretty up nothing. Yeah, man, I think he's very honest. That's the thing, I admire what he's doing. I admire his honesty. So therefore, he's gonna tell us the truth. But you see, when we are said, remember, people, if we go check back some of the Weekend TripleTreat, we spoke about local camp because you have to have something to turn. People were questioning what else does the coach do in instances when there's no game. Persons were questioning that when Coach Tupper was in charge. You understand? So now that a new coach comes in, he seems to have time on his hand. He's doing basically what we would have expected. Not to he said that he wished that the overseas players would have been here so that they could grasp whatever he's trying to bring, and the local players will get it quicker. But I mean, professional players, easy for them to adjust, some. So I mean, let us see what will happen. Because Mark, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see the cohort of this local base training camp. What's the cohort that is gonna transition into games that are coming up even in March, the Nations League game, the Gold Cup. How many of them will transition? And that's basically down to the coach still, So the thing said. RR said this is a big move though. Now players will lift them game for the possibilities for a national call-up. It can be intimidating to the players now because Arnett Gardens player they wilt under the pressure according to what I hear, because the man them have an excellent game against Mount Pleasant, and them here so the coach watch the game against Dumby Holding, and the man them wilt. So it can go both ways. You understand? Marcus said, we do lack technical abilities. There's nothing new. He said that I didn't see some of the man can't control or make an accurate one-touch pass. Yeah? What I respect is that he did not duck from one single question. Yeah, man. Tell the same honest, Cataract. Very honest. Old, new, out local player lack technical ability. Long time we have said that, man. Richard Crawford said whisper, yes. And the coach said him want to say whisper, him say clippings are whisper, and him want to say whisper against the big boys. That's why I'm inviting, because there's no other way him can see whisper. So I mean it's a good look. And people don't none of these players are called up to the national team, These players are called up to training camp. Two totally different thing. Don't believe this is a local team. It's a camp. There's going to be a rotation of players. That's what I believe is going to be happening. A rotation of players. So don't believe that this is a team that is called up. No. You understand? The corner league standard we see in the JPL. Now it will get a boost. Alright, RR. He said 2 amateurs stand out. So I believe Whisper catches eyes. We should have camps like these on a regular for the local camps. Yeah, that's what is going to be happening, you know. Every 2 weeks we understand. At least 2 days. When things probably get closer, probably the days increase and so forth. All of Phoenix players are technically proficient. So what's the worry when JFF can apologize to Craig? Apologize to Craig for what, Richard? No. All of the Phoenix players. Alright. Big deal, Len. Listen carefully. He said he cannot say any player stand out. He said ask him after a month or so. Yeah, me never hear him say player stand out still, you know. I don't think this can plan. Well, it work. Yeah, man. Under I think Simoes they used to do it, you know, and they are doing it with the U17. So this is not new. And one thing I'm observe from this though, our league, you have to see standout players, and that is based on what our league offer. So even if a man say, oh, we have a bad ball in our league, nothing is wrong with that, you know. Because the comparison is between the players that we have in our league. So when you look on it, it is not bad for somebody to say, yo, that man is a general, you know. Yo, I hottest thing in our league. Of course, amongst his peers, he must be hottest thing because this is what we have. But when you look on the nitty-gritty and start compare it with players around the world, then you see that the standard is pretty low. And we're not saying that to bash the thing. We're just stating the reality and the obvious. Very, very obvious. You might see sublime goals being scored. You might see even goals like what is scored in international games. That's just the nature of sport. If you have a little league that is playing with cricket, you ever see a man go down on him knees and drive through the covers, them things that happen because that is what the sport entails. However, when you make the comparison between top players and different leagues, then of course, those leagues are going to be separated A to Z. So that is my little thing. But the league needs improvement. And with what Coach Hallgrimsson is doing, don't expect an overnight change. Don't expect it. It's not going to happen just like that. Too long our locals have themselves behind the 8 ball. We should remind them that they need to be professional. Work ethic is important. Nutrition, weight training should be priority for them. Exactly, Jason. Exactly. No, a reporter asked which player you're impressed with. He said 2 amateurs. Listen back it. Big up yourself, Demo. Big up yourself. Yeah, man, on the job sound like on the video, no, man. 30 odd people and 10 likes. Oh my lord. Come on, man. Winifred Schaefer tried the same thing, but he said the local base players were not good enough. Bora Milutinovic tried it as well, Cataract. Bora was going around losing games because I'm trying to get a local core. And the people them never like it either. And the quality was not up to standard, but Bora did not go through. Remember, so I think them find Rudolph, Aston and them, man, you know. You understand? So yeah, they tried it before, man. Was it a pickup game or was it try out drills? How the assessment was done? All right, good question, RR. Remember, he said that the most of those players are players that went to Cameroon when they played Cameroon, and then they added a few like Whisper and some other youngsters. So it's not it's a core that he had from the Cameroon game. We need to up the stamina of the players, and the game need to be quicker. Listen, if when the schoolboy footballers go to the Premier League and they say that the transition is great because the game is playing faster, and when our local players go to the national setup and they said it's much quicker, and when they go to our next club they realize that it is very fast. So you can imagine the rum and boom mentality shouldn't be there, partying before match, etc. Man, them need to change their mindset and we should be good. True? By the way, he invited two amateur, Malachi and Dujan. So maybe it is the translation. The dentist said it for him to assess the core of the Cameroon squad plus other players he saw. Oh, me just said that, Cataract. Alright, cool. We need camps like these for all the national team squad, for all local based players, whether or not we playing. Yeah, and I think this is a new thrust going forward, man. That's gonna go on in a Leon Price. I tie new strips, you know. People no like up the stream, no man. Like up the stream. Hey, me I gonna end the live, you know. Kinda make no sense. Early morning live. Like up the live, man. I have a few minutes to go. Few minutes to spare. No, like up the live, man. Leon Price, that is what the dentist said. I think that is the vision. He said if JPL clubs agree, he wants to do it every other week. Yeah. Yeah, because you have to look at it too, you know. Two different chefs can't boil the soup, you know. You're gonna have problems, you know. And if a player goes under a certain training regime in the JPL and then the other week he have to go under a next system, these things can cause injuries to, you know. So it is a really delicate sort of situation, you know. But I think Hallgrimsson is a smart man because he said he has to take into consideration the recovery of the players because recovery is very important, you know. And when they recover well, like I said before, if you're constantly doing these things, it might cause injuries. So, if they recover well, then injuries would be not so. You understand? So we have to take that. A whole lot of things to take into consideration, you know, people. A whole lot of things. Tyrone Williams, big up yourself. Like up the light before man come on the yard and box the coffee tea. There are too much other players that experience and learn what the talk be professional for these young. Yeah, it's a Jamaica thing still, you know. As a Jesus said, Roman Bull. And you have to go party. Hope the local coaches get their manifesto. Seems it's an uphill task. I think it benefits the clubs what the coach is trying to do as well. So I see why they allow their players to go to camp. Benefits for player and club, yeah? Them no run outside their club time on their own. The man them fit man up and hold some responsibility. Big up yourself, Pagan. Yeah, Hallgrimsson right. As a team, we lack tactics and technicality. We have good technical players. No, well, basically what the coach said, technical ability not so wonderful, you know. And then the tactics are something where we have to go learn and them things. So I will look at maths. You understand? This keep their fitness up whether or not a match is playing, and also when overseas player is available, they can join the camp too. Yep. Coach, he was making the point that he preferred to get players Wednesday and Thursday instead of Tuesday, so that the players will have 1 day recovery after weekend games. Yes, plus going into the games. Remember, them are going to have games a weekend too, you know. So if you get them Wednesday and Thursday, you need a recovery day for them, which would have been Friday. And if them have a Sunday game, them have a light little workout with their team. You understand? Because I don't think the coach will put them through the rigors again of high intensity training. It's a small line in a cataract. You have to take them. They play a high intensity game, so you don't want to get them Tuesday because you need a recovery day. You get them Wednesday and Thursday, you want to let them off Friday to recover again so that they can go into another high intensity game. Because you have muscle depletion, which is called the muscle fiber, them are tear and wear, you know. So that you have to ensure that all of these things are taken into consideration. They need the ice bath and all of these things to recover the muscles. So the coach know what him do, man. Know what him do. And that's why I'm saying it can be dangerous too, you know. Because if the period of recovery and man work hard in a training for impress coach, then you go play a match hard again and you leave hard game again and then come to do some high intensity training. It can cause some issues, man. But coach seem to be smart. Same a damn thing. Coach have to earn him money, a lot of work to be done. Yup. Think the feeding program and gym work should be a compulsory at each club. True. Everybody is just rally around the coach and visit the dentist. Yeah, man. Technical ability is based on your level of understanding. Based on my understanding, comparing to overseas technical ability, Jamaica players are lacking that. Why many of them come back to Jamaica or fail. Yeah, that was said, and that the coach has said. Technical ability. They have, alright, to compare their technical ability in the league, you could say they have very good, excellent technical ability. But to compare them externally, then that's where the issue is. And then they make the cut this, so you understand? There is always but one thing he mentioned, you know, is that the reservoir of talent he likes that, and that seems to be a coach's headache. He say it's gonna be difficult to pick the 23, it's gonna be difficult to play the 11 and them thing there. So yeah, man. Jamaica there's always a spark of brilliance in our players. We need consistency. Big up your coach from Will or not. Alright. Warren Webster. Leon Price, coach said the JPL is all about power, aka big, fast, and strong, but technically not so good. Yeah. And you see, some people did a push board the pace and speed and all of them use what we have, and it's not very important. A one-eye man in a country of blind king. Applaud the YouTubers for the change of the JFF. Equal top tier coach, top brand, top accountant to them. Yeah, man. Every JPL club should have attached to a gym to have a solid fitness plan. Yeah. I know me not, you see, the technical ability me think need to solve, you know. Who teach them these skills? Are they getting the correct skills? We come to speed of play, we are also locking. We only have running speed. Exactly, and that use what we have. So if we have fast players, and alright, we are the fastest people in the world, and we are gonna use that. Our speed and technicality. Boom! We are run pan people. That alone now do nothing. Look on the African teams, people. Very agile, very fast, very strong. But them, when it come on to them on the European team, the technical ability is not as top tier as the European team. So the European teams always get the better of them most times. So them things we are talking about speed and power, that alone not play football. And this mental ball game, you have to outsmart the opponent. So your technical ability have to be there. Every JPL Cup Cataract Lane and Jason Morning. Big up Webster. Warren Webster Morning. Alright. Football speed is about change of pace. Not on exactly Cataract. I disagree with the coach. We have several good technical players. The team, in my opinion, is lacking in technicality. And no, South Cry. Him said the league, the players in the league, technically them not good. But what you are seeing in a South Cry is the technical ability of the players versus who they play against. Who they play against. So yeah, you're gonna see players with good technical ability, but when the comparison made outside of Jamaica, outside, the coach needs our support. Patience is needed to see what he's doing, and we can see it already. Criticism of his selection isn't right off the bat. So, big up yourself, Jason. That coach will lack stamina. Many of our game players are tired. Players are tired after 60 meters, especially local players. Because under the fitness alone, because they not got them bed, they not eat right. Rest is a part of fitness, you know, and I got something there. The Africans are way ahead of us. Bless up yourself, Broadman Security. We are fast, but it is in fact that the ball are faster than everybody, so your technical ability must be the first priority because speed is natural. Exactly. And that we have a long time, man. People are believe say, yo, you need some speed and if you use the speed. Oh, if you use the speed and we're not on a ball control. We can't dribble like Messi when he run fast with the ball at top speed. Eh? Me not like them argument, the man. If we want to improve the technical aspect of our players, we need to move away from PE teachers, coaching, manning, and Dacosta Cup teams and invest in youth coach. Sure, that can help. But me can't tell you this in a wealth info. Some of the man them are the PE coaches them more brilliant than some of these persons who just got coaching school. Them understand psychology and them thing that the PE teachers them know them thing that which is a holistic. So one might be strong in one area and one might be strong in another area. So me have to defend them people there. When you're playing the game at molasses speed, you can have time to plot and to do all kind of things. Just the ball, but at pace of international football, you get exposed. That the major issue of our player lacks stamina because of a poor lifestyle, this poor fitness. Alright, people, me have to run, you know, have to run. We have to get on it work, you know. So, respect our manners for all the people who stop by to give us a little early morning chat, you know what I mean? So, big up yourself, people. Hopefully, we can come back later on and probably continue the discussion. Stay safe. Just like up the video before you leave, man. Like up the video before you leave. Thanks very much for tuning in. Stay safe. Until next time.